Hello Commanders, welcome to the command table. My name is Matt and I'm going to be taking you through battles 451 through 455 in the journey on Traplight's Battle Legion. Before we get into that, if you'd please be so kind as to like, subscribe, and if you want notifications when I drop new videos, be sure to click that notification bell. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave those below. Okay, battle 451. Okay, so for this one, we have a bunch of arcane archers with barrier monks on both the top and bottom that are behind crystal spires, and then we've got a paladin with a whole bunch of arcane blades. So that's a lot of melee units. So my way for handling this is we're going to put our point of gravity here. That's going to suck all of these arcane blades in. They're going to run after these thorn guards, which they're going to do damage to themselves as they blink back and forth through them. And then you'll notice I've got 2 draining spirits, and those are going to do steady damage to all of those melee units as they just bounce back and forth on those thorn guards. I've got 2 groups of assassins to take out the arcane archers, barrier monks, and crystal spires. And then I've got some support units back here with the Valkyrie, and then some ranged DPS with the crystal spires. You'll notice this one crystal spire does get taken out, but it ultimately doesn't cost me the victory. So here goes. Everything's marching into the meat grinder. Okay, so 2 of those arcane blades managed to get through. So you may want to move those crystal spires a little further back than I had them. But other than that, it was pretty smooth. Okay, battle 452. Okay, this one was actually really easy. The designer of this one put all of the units behind this wall, so that keeps them exactly where I can count on them to be. So we're going to use these assassins to take out this catapult, and there's a whole bunch of thorn guards back here, a couple of brutes. Those are a lot of high health units. And then there's obviously the archers as well. An Ember Fiend has longer range than the archers, as well as the arcane archers. They are also longer range than regular archers. So they're all going to get stuck behind this wall, and my ranged units are just going to be able to pick them off without any difficulty. The battle wagon I'm going to handle with these mine shrooms. It's just going to send the battle wagon right back to the wall, have it explode, and then there'll be a whole bunch of units that are now on my side to draw all the fire. The catapult, I try to get it killed before it can get a shot off, but I don't think my level 70 assassins are strong enough to do that. So what I would suggest is moving this arcane archer down slightly so that it's not next to the catapult. Because if it does get a shot off, there's a chance that it would hit the catapult, whereas the arcane archers are going to move forward a bit and be completely clear of that catapult shot. So yeah, make sure that that catapult is not near any of those arcane archers, and that way you don't risk having the catapult shoot at the arcane archer and hitting your catapult. Okay, so those are a couple things just to note. Oh, also the Risen Warriors, they're not necessary, but they're just going to pop over there. So no real point to those. Nothing fancy about those. Okay, there went the battle wagon. 1 catapult shot. You'll notice that it did shoot at the arcane archer, but it did just barely miss the catapult. So if you want to avoid even risking that, you'll want to move that catapult away or the arcane archer away, one way or the other. And if the catapult does get shot right at the beginning, just white flag it and run it again, and you should be fine after a couple times. But hopefully your assassins can take out the catapult before it gets a shot off. Anyway, all those high health units are just getting burned by the Ember Fiend. You could probably, well, I mean, you could put regular archers in there if you have reach, because that would put them out of range of the other archers. But if you're in a season where reach is unavailable, then that may not be a viable solution. Okay, 453. Okay, for this one, there's a whole bunch of crystal spires in the back. There's at least 1 frost wizard. I don't know if there's another one hiding in there somewhere. And then there's 2 storm callers and a whole bunch of thorn guards. So the way that I decided to handle this, I put these mine shrooms front and center. So the thorn guards that are in the middle are going to hit that, flip sides, and that's going to pull all of these other thorn guards into those mine shrooms. and it's just going to be a perpetual stop and go right here as the enemy thorn guards flip to my side until they die, and then things push further in and get flipped again. So the assassins right here and here are going to take out most of the crystal spires. I seem to miss this one for some reason. And then we've got our ranged units between the catapult and the Ember Fiend to hit things from a distance and to clear it out that way. The Ember Fiend does percentage-based damage, which is fantastic for high health units like Thorn Guards. Okay, it applies a burn that does that. Okay, so there goes almost all of the Crystal Spires, and now the enemy units are getting flipped by the Mind Shrooms to tank for me and to stop the progression. And that buys time for the Catapult and the Ember Fiend to clear everything out at their leisure. Okay, and then a flip ends the battle. There we go. Alright, so that was 453. Let's move on to 454. Okay, this one is kind of just another ridiculous one that they throw in there. You just get these weird setups where it's really not hard to beat. But I just thought I'd be equally ridiculous and just put level 1 Mind Shrooms to flip the things that I need to flip. So we're going to flip all of the battle wagons and just send them all right back. I've got my one larger patch of Mind Shrooms here to catch these other 2 battle wagons. The Crystal Spires are there to blow up all of the bomb bots to keep them from tripping on the Mind Shrooms and then blowing up the wagon before it can be flipped. So that's why the Crystal Spires are there. And then we've just got a level 1 Arcane Archer in the back just to hold the map in case these get blown up for whatever reason or something weird happens. That will just hold it to where the battle wagons that hit the back will be able to hit, and then I should be able to go from there. So yeah, the Monster Hunter is going to hit that and then go get blown up. Very straightforward, nothing too terribly complicated. Kind of an absurd setup to begin with. Okay, there goes all of the battle wagons. Good game. Okay, so that's 454. Let's do one more and then we'll call it for this video. 455. Okay, so for this one there's some assassins back here, which you'll see a neat little trick with this bomb bot in just a minute, and we'll explain that. We've got a Druid, a Monster Hunter, another Monster Hunter with a Valkyrie down here, and I think, yeah, there's another Druid as well. Then you have a Giant Toad and a whole bunch of Shield Bearers all the way through. So I've put a a regular bomb bot right here, and that's going to take out the Monster Hunter. And if it doesn't get the Valkyrie, I'm not going to be heartbroken, but it might. Anyway, the whole point is just to take out that Monster Hunter and delete it from the equation. We've got a Draining Spirit that can tag on because they're right on the front line, so it can reach. And then we've got a bomb bot here that these assassins are going to pop kind of right behind it, and they're going to run down and start following it until that bomb bot collides with the Giant Toad and some Shield Bearers and blows up those assassins as well. So you kind of get a lot of mileage out of that one bomb bot because it does take out the assassins and the Toad, so that's 4 points, and then however many Shield Bearers it gets, that puts you around 5. So not a bad trade-off, 1 point for 5, we'll take it. These assassins, they're going to take out the Valkyrie and the Druid, and then we've got some Thorn Guards hooked up to a Valkyrie that are going to be able to hold off anything else that comes through, and that's going to buy time for the Draining Spirit to eat it all alive. They're all going to kind of get stopped up here at the Mind Shrooms. I also put the Mind Shrooms here so that once one of these Shield Bearers flips, that keeps the Toad from progressing any further, allowing the bomb bot to collide with it. So that's kind of the lengthy explanation. Let's go ahead and run it. Okay, and I put the Ember Fiend further away from the Valkyrie than the closest Thorn Guard. So, but wasn't that beautiful? Hold on, let's watch that again. Sorry. Okay, here comes the bomb bot. The assassins are chasing after it. Boom! It hits the Toads, half a group of Shield Bearers, and the assassins. Okay, and then we've got that Draining Spirit chipping away at everything while it gets mired in the Mind Shrooms. Okay, and we've got that Monster Hunter coming down, but it's no longer connected to the Valkyrie because it hit a Mind Shroom, and it doesn't take much hitting a Thorn Guard for it to kill itself on that. Okay, so the Thorn Guards are going to pop that Shield Bearer up in the air just enough to where the Ember Fiend will target the Valkyrie instead. And there we go. Good game. Alright, so that gets another 5 levels done. Thank you for watching. Appreciate your support for the channel. Again, please do like and subscribe. And you can also check out thecommandtable.com. We're going to have lots more fun stuff added there in the coming weeks. And thanks for watching. We'll have more for you soon.